Alright, welcome back to Synergy Bonus, and this is going to be Thrict Ranting.
Another one of our pet peeve sessions. We're letting our...
Thrict Ranting is something common to these two. I'm sorry for the rest of you.
I'm not. These are entertaining.
It is very entertaining, especially because this is about the Shadowrun 6th world. In some of its...
There's a lot of things that we'd like to pick
Oh my
apart.
God, his teeth are
But
grinding.
the thing that he's grinding his teeth about today is the new edge system. Take it away, Thrict.
So, in every edition of Shadowrun, they try to streamline stuff a little bit, make it a little more lethal, also make it a little more survivable, and take a little bit of the crunch away. And in 6th edition, they've decided to take away the crunch from the players and put it on the GM. This being Edge. Edge, if you played 3rd edition and you haven't played any of the successive editions, oh, I envy you.
Sweet summer child.
Yes, my sweet
Smells
summer
like
child.
summer in here.
Edge is what combat pool became, and it is an attribute that everyone has. Humans have an additional point of edge because we're lucky. Supposedly. Yeah, I don't get it either. But to go into
something.
detract from the fact that humans are the mundane average, edge is used for really cool stuff and also not screwing up. So if you were about to critically fail a check, you can spend a point of edge and, well, at least it's a normal failure now. Well, they've gone and changed how edge works. You no longer start with a certain number of edge based off your race. Like, humans would start with 2 and work on up, and you had to invest points. Edge is now a continuum that will be ebbing and flowing throughout events in the game, in combat, in social encounters, in matrix encounters, in astral events. Edge will be gained and lost as the scene continues. Now, as you
This
get...
is stupid.
Yes, it is. And it is a crap ton of paperwork on the GM to keep track of. When we did the playtest session of the starter kit, I just ignored Edge because I looked at it and I got a headache. Now, how Edge works is, in combat, for example, you have attack ratings and defense rating. Defense rating traditionally would be known as your armor. Now, if I'm attacking Vigo with a Colt M23 assault rifle, and I have an attack rating of 6. He's wearing at best armored clothing. That'll give him a defense rating of 2. There's a difference of 4 there. That gives me 1 point of edge. Now, I can only gain 1 edge per turn. So, over the course of the combat, I may gain successive points of edge. Now, as these build up, you can use edge on different actions. Edge boosts, as they're called, and edge actions. Now, with a 1 point edge boost, you can reroll 1 dice, add 3 to your initiative score, use 1 edge action specified as a 1 edge action. For 2 points of edge, you can add +2 to a single dice. You can give 1 ally 1 point of edge. You can negate the 1 points of edge for your enemies. You can use a 2 point edge action. For 3 points of edge, you can buy 1 automatic hit. You can heal 1 box of stun damage. For 4 points, you can add edge to your dice pool. You can heal 1 point of physical damage. You can reroll all failed dice. And you can use a 4 point edge action. At 5 points, you can count all 2s rolled as successes.
What a bother.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. You can count all 2s rolled as glitches for the enemy. You can create a special effect. Bring your creativity to the table. Spend this edge and something fortuitous happens. Duck.
Quack.
A duck flies in. The enemy
just
misses.
Keeps going. Are we going to each have to have a special chart next to our character sheet?
No, I'm going to. And you're going to have to keep a tally system of what your edge is, as I tell you.
You've gained an edge here. You've gained an edge here. You lost an edge here. You spent this many edge. This is the
and
edge
then there's
you gained
still
from this.
situations.
Hey, you're having this conversation with me. Here's 1 edge.
break out the poker chips.
And use a 5-point edge action as the last one. Now, there's some qualities, negative and positive, that either give or penalize edge in an interaction. So, you are...
I have jury rigging.
Jury rigging. Whenever he is jury rigging or using a hardware check to manufacture equipment or repair, he gains a point of edge that can only be used on that test. It does not carry over. Which just means, go and use that 1 point of edge to either re-roll 1 dice, add 3 to your initiative score. If you need initiative in jury rigging, there's a number of issues going on.
This machine is biting me. I'm going to stop it.
We need initiative in your jury rigging because we're in the middle of a high-speed chase down the freeway and somebody has severed the tow cables or whatever and you've got to reconnect the clamps jury rig style while the truck is still moving.
Well, here's what happens.
In which case, there's enough penalties already going on.
But you're going to need that edge.
Yes.
Here's what happens then. The person pulls over, the tech priest gets out, and starts praying.
And you pull out the holy unguent. And no, I have not covered what the edge actions are. My main complaint is this is a shit ton of stuff tossed onto the GM to calculate for.
It's extra works for the GM, and the GM already has enough work coming up with the story, the enemies, and just in general being a rules lawyer. And then
just keeping track of what's going on.
Oh, this is even better though.
There's more.
I've gone through 2 pages. There's 4.
I feel like everyone's going to need like an edge chart, like what edge does.
That's so we know how to spend it.
And then put our little tallies on that. Maybe
Here are your edge actions. Anticipation. You played this combat like a game of chess, using each strike to direct your opponent to a particular spot. Now they're there, and you attack without even looking at them, since you're firing at the spot, not the person. When performing this multiple attack, roll your full dice pool for each target. Costs 4 points of edge.
Swing the crane into the tyrant.
Big speech, a torrent of words flow through your mouth, reaching heights of eloquence and inspiration mortals rarely hit. Roll your influence plus charisma test twice. The first time counts as a teamwork test, meaning you can add your hits to the dice pool for the second roll. The second roll acts as your hits for the test.
Major monologue.
Yes.
I fucking hate all this.
Bring the drama. Use skill, con. You're spinning your con, which is the ability to actually con people, not your constitution score. Spinning your con, you get part where extra drama would be appropriate and you bring it. Maybe it's a dramatic speech. Maybe it's some tears or sorrowful histrionics.
It's called good role-playing and you don't need points.
Maybe whatever the case, you take actions that tug at the heartstrings of the mark and bring them to your side. For a quick con, you can bring 200 nuyen in onlookers.
Does anybody else feel like this game, or this edition, is really trying to pressure players away from crunch and into, away from the dice and into, act it out?
Going the White Wolf approach.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Called shot. Disarm. Any attack. It used to be a called shot was just a regular action you took that had a dice pool penalty and either a increase in damage value or just negated the enemy's armor. Now, you need edge to do that.
Ironically enough, I would spend edge on my called shot to make sure I made the called shot.
Now you have to spend edge to make a cold shot, period.
That would involve spending at least 6 points of edge. Because a called shot disarm and called shot vitals are both 5-point edge actions.
I can only accumulate 1 point of edge per turn. So I have to wait 6 combat rounds before I can make a called shot.
Edge is almost pointless.
But that's where humans come in with the fact that edge is the only attribute that they can spend adjustment points on if they're not awakened or a technomancer. Cover from fire. You sneak an attack out from while maintaining your cover. The attack from full cover may be made without the -2 dice pool penalty. No blind fire covers. Knockout blow. Yeah, you can lay the person out in one hit. Shank. While attacking with your blade, your advantage turns into a targeted strike. Reduce the called shot penalty by 2. Note, called shot would still need to spend its own edge pool, so to use the shank melee attack, you have to spend 6 points of edge to do this.
and this is not going to interrupt the narrative flow at all.
No.
Or break immersion, or
Sudden
So we fixed hacking and just fucked up general gameplay.
Catalyst, I understand you want to fix some things that are broken. If you want to fix Edge, there's an easy solution.
Get rid of it.
Karma Pool.
Karma Pool. Combat Pool.
Sorry.
Combat Pool was a derived attribute that was used specifically for combat. If you screwed up out of combat, them's the breaks. Looking at this is a pain in the ass, and I already have to go and create a chart because I don't have a GM screen yet. But I'm going to have to create a specific chart for Edge and how much I hate people. I already have that chart. I have to fix it. The how much I hate people chart, that is.
Catalyst is going to put out a Game Master screen, and much like the skills section on their character sheet, it's just going to be blank for you to fill in on your own.
Probably.
Yeah, we gotta go and build our CEO a new swimming pool.
Yes, we do. Still has a job.
Rest. While in melee combat, you successfully block an attack and use this action to wrest your opponent's weapon away. Tumble.
W-R-E-S-T. Got it. Like, rest? Am I taking a short rest while the
Your
firefight
advantages combine to give you the chance to not just hurt your opponent, but bring them to the ground.
That is the intent of all combat.
Yeah.
Tactical roll. You drop to avoid incoming fire with an agile roll that helps you make an attack as you roll.
A lot of these feel like things that should just be standard attack options. Or combat options.
And they previously were. It was just, okay, what you mean is you want to do X. Alright, roll it with this penalty.
And then
That's your
describe
action.
narratively what happened.
Yeah. Sudden insight. Yeah. Thankfully, there's a small chart for edge actions by cost. 1 points are shank, even though shank requires a called shot, so it's not a 1 point. It's actually 6 in the end. Sudden insight. Tactical roll. Tumble. 2 points. Bring the drama. Fire from cover. Knockout. Melee attack must have spent at least 1 edge in a previous action, so that makes it a 3 point, actually. Rest. 4 point. Anticipation and big speech. 5 point cold shot disarm, cold shot vitals. And then there is burning edge.
Was that pretty much the same?
Yeah. You permanently burn your maximum edge points to do one of 2 things now. And not dead yet, which means I'm not dead. And Smackdown, which is new. Smackdown. Sometimes you want to or desperately need the blow you're taking to definitely hit and hit hard. Smackdown counts as an automatic success on whatever test you are about to make with 4 net hits to boot. When you need to make sure they go down.
Back in the day, I just rolled
Edge!
I have to spend my permanent edge points
To automatically succeed with 4 additional successes.
Or I could just wait until it's Spoonie's turn and he'll do it.
Or you could just get a concentrating field of fire set up and just unload a salvo on them. Yes, edge annoys me. And we're not touching the wild die because I didn't really like that in frickin' Deadlands.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah, this is not the same kind of wild die.
Oh,
It's purely detrimental entropy, bad things that can happen to your character. Like there's a
The computer die.
Yeah, it's more like the friend computer die from Paranoia.
Well, I don't have a feeling that we're going to try the Edge system once. You're going to say, fuck it, and go back to the old Edge system. If not, an older version of Shadowrun in general.
Because I have the 5th edition core book, you have the 4th edition core book, you have the 3rd edition core book, and Ryan has the 2nd edition core book.
And first.
Ooh, I get to go and figure out what 2S5 means again. Oh shit, that's 2 serious wounds at, ooh.
I feel like we're going to play one adventure in the 6th world here, and then say, fuck it, and go back to 4th edition.
Something like that.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And this is also why the playtest team, or the errata team for 5th edition, when they looked at 6th, said, no.
It's unfortunate. And I think with that, we're going to let Thrict here just take us
out.
Breather and come back another time.